Hello everybody! Today I'm going to recreate a full meal from the Second World War. This is meat slices. Dan's home in a wee while and I know it's something he'll enjoy. This makes use of leftovers, or you can cook things up specially. It's entirely up to you, but it makes good use of a few simple ingredients and not great quantities of those ingredients either. This recipe says serve the meat slices with mashed potato and a vegetable, so I'm cooking cabbage. The potatoes are ready already because I need a little bit of mashed potato to go in the minced slices. So without further ado, let's get started. In this bowl I have 4 ounces of mashed potato. There's a little bit of milk in there and some hot water and a little bit of butter and also a little salt and some white pepper, so we don't need to add any more seasonings to this. Next I'm adding about 7 ounces of cooked minced beef. There's about 210 grams here. The recipe calls for 8 ounces. This would probably be a meat ration for 2 people for a week. So if there's 4 of you in a household, it would be half your meat ration. During the war, people were encouraged to keep a pig for extra rations. I don't even want to think about poor Pinky having an unhappy end to put food on the table, but that's what it was like in those days. You can use any meat though, or sausage meat. Sausage meat was sometimes available on a point system. Invariably though, sausage meat was difficult to get hold of because it sold out fairly quickly. There was often long queues to gather extra rations, and if there was a lot of people in front of you, you wouldn't get any sausages or sausage meat. You could use spam as well. That too was available on a point system, as was corned beef. I made Dan a spaghetti bolognese last night, so this was the meat I didn't use. I'm going to add that now to the bowl. I'm going to give that a good mix. I've mixed the meat with the mashed potato. It's come together well. If you are concerned about it holding together, because there's no egg in this, during the war people were limited to 1 egg each per week. So if there was a household of 4, you might only get 4 eggs. You can add a bit of salt in that case to help the potato and the meat to bind together, because salt is a binding agent. However, this doesn't need it, it's come together quite well. Then you would normally add 4 ounces of stale breadcrumbs. Now, I don't have any stale breadcrumbs, however I do have a little bit of polenta left. This is quick cook polenta and it will soften up in the rest of the mixture. There's about 82 grams here, which isn't quite as much as the recipe calls for, but then we don't actually have 8 ounces of meat, we've got a little over 7 ounces. I'm going to tip this in, it will be enough. and mix all that together. I'm going to snip this little bit of rosemary into the bowl just to give it a bit of extra flavour. Mix that together well. Next, I'm going to bring it together with my hands. It's coming together well. If you think you need some moisture, you could add a drop of water. But once you start kneading the mixture, you'll probably find that you don't. You can up the ante with this. If you've got any soft tomatoes that need using up, you can add those. Or if you've got any leftover carrot, you can dice it finely and add that. Or even a little bit of very finely diced or minced onion. Now I'm rolling the mixture into a sausage shape, and this is going to be sliced, and then I'm going to chill it until it's ready to cook, just to firm it up, because I think it will cook better. That looks attractive. I'm going to wrap that up now in a piece of greaseproof. Now it's time to cut the roll into slices. Don't worry if they break up, it doesn't matter. Just form them again into patties. This is the dripping made from cooking off the beef mince earlier. I'm very quickly going to make a leek sauce. So I've chopped up a small leek. It's all been washed. I'm going to put that into a pan, and I'm actually going to bung that in a microwave so it cooks quickly. The leek's cooked, and I've made up a bit of bechamel sauce with a mixture of milk and water and a very small knob of butter and the tiniest bit of salt and a little bit of white pepper, and I'm going to blitz this now until the sauce is nice and thick. The slices are nearly ready, and I'm going to get those on an enamel plate and cover them with tin foil until Dan gets home. So Dan's home now, and I'm going to dish him out some food. There's some cabbage, some mashed potatoes. You can have more if you want, babe. And then we have here the lovely meat slices. Now normally that would probably be about 2 people's ration, believe it or not. This is meant to serve 4 people. The slices would normally be thinner than that. And then I'll give you some of this leek sauce. And then you can tell me what you think of it. There we go.
Let's try these. No, lovely.
That makes use of leftovers. You can use any meat. You could use chicken, leftover beef, ham, pork, anything really. Tinned corned beef, spam, bacon. It's all bound together with the mashed potato and some polenta. I use the last of the polenta.
It's really nice.
Isn't it?
I like polenta in it.
So what score would you give me for that?
A good old 9 3/4, I think.
Really?
Yes.
And do you like the cabbage and the leek sauce? Are you enjoying that?
I am, yes, it's really nice.
Oh, excellent.
Mm.
So there we are, another successful meal. Dan's really enjoying it. He's back quite late from work. It'll keep him going until the morrow. And for dessert, we've got a cheeky little bit of 1940s, 1950s chocolate gâteau. So I'll see you again for the next one. And bye for now.